Ciao ragazzi! Today I want to address two common pronunciation mistakes that immediately give you away as a tourist. Now, as I always say, there is nothing wrong in being recognized as a tourist in Italy, but this can be very relevant for those of you who would like to use their Italian in their next trip to Italy. There are certain things that immediately reveal you are a tourist, like, for example, ordering a bruschetta or asking for a pistachio gelato. These kind of things are what makes the Italian person immediately switch to English when you try to speak Italian. And I know very well how frustrating this can be after all your hard work in getting ready for your trip. So we are going to fix this together today. Now, why is this such a common experience with students? Because many students get ready for the trip memorizing tons of words and phrases to use. But not all students take enough care of learning and practicing. You need to practice this. The correct Italian pronunciation for those words and phrases that they learned. So when they use them, they might be perfectly correct, but they will not sound so correct to an Italian ear because English and Italian follow very different pronunciation patterns. Now, the solution is not to just keep learning more and more words because that's not the problem. The solution is to learn the patterns behind Italian words so that you can really understand the logic behind them and apply them to any other Italian word you might learn in future. So that's what we do in these videos, and that's what we're going to do today. Okay, pattern numero uno, CH. When you see this combo in any Italian word, you know this is a hard sound. This is a k sound. It's never ever sh like it happens many times in English. So I want you, whenever you say this, remember k. Per esempio, this is why the correct pronunciation for this word is bruschetta. Bruschetta. It's never bruschetta, ever in Italy. Another application of this rule is with this very other common word, Chianti. Chianti. It's not Chianti, it's Chianti. And this pattern also applies to GH. So even GH is a hard sound. It's G, G. Like in this word, which is a nightmare for many, many students. Ghiaccio. Ghiaccio. So remember, the H always makes sounds hard in Italian. Ok, pattern numero due, double consonants. Double consonants are essential in Italian because they can actually change the meaning of a word. And we Italians are very mindful of pronouncing them both. So when you see a double consonant, what you need to do is to try to hold the sound slightly longer. That's the easiest way to make a double sound consonant in Italian. Per esempio, let's do this here. Questa parola. This is risotto. Risotto. So it's not risotto or risotto, risotto. I try to keep the T a little bit longer. Risotto. Risotto. Same thing with ricotta. Ricotta. So it's not ricotta, it's not ricotta, it's ricotta. And finally, one of the hardest ones, because this is a combination of the two patterns that we are learning today. Here it is. This is pistacchio. Pistacchio. Because you have a CH, so it's hard. It's not pistachio. It's pistacchio, come bruschetta. And also, this has a double C. So you keep the hard sound for longer. It's not pistachio, it's pistacchio. Pistacchio. Now you can enjoy your gelato al pistacchio. Buonissimo. Provalo. Try that. Now, I would love to know if any of these words has tricked you before, or any of these patterns, or if there's any other pattern or sound that's especially hard for you to pronounce. Let me know in the comments. Now, going back to these examples, my main point is this. Italian pronunciation is based on recurring, predictable patterns. Once you learn those patterns, you don't need to memorize every single word or to struggle remembering the correct pronunciation of every single word. You can read and pronounce any new word correctly right away because you have understood the logic behind those patterns. And by the way, if pronunciation is something you would like to work on more seriously, you may find my Italian Pronunciation Club very helpful. Italian Pronunciation Club is my online program dedicated specifically to helping students master Italian sounds and develop clear, natural pronunciation. Inside the program, I guide students step by step through all Italian sounds and pronunciation rules, and you can practice them along with me. If you want to give it a try, you can immediately access some lessons for free. The link is in the description below this video. Now, something else that I want to share with you today is this. This is a simple trick that you can start using immediately with any Italian word that troubles you. Hear this. Slow down. When you speak Italian, don't try to rush through your words. So I've noticed this with a lot of students. When they are not confident with their Italian pronunciation, what they do is that they try to cover their uncertainty regarding pronunciation just by going faster through the word, because they think, oh, if I go faster through the word, they will not notice. We do notice, and we notice it more. So please stop doing that. If you do that, don't try to rush through your words. Instead, slow down slightly and articulate each letter clearly. You will not sound dumb, because that's the fear that so many students have. If I slow down and speak too slow, they're going to think I'm stupid. No, you're not going to sound dumb. I promise you, you're going to sound accurate. And you will earn some compliments for your pronunciation just by slowing down. Because I've seen this with many students. As many of my students have earned a lot of compliments for their pronunciation because they started articulating every sound more clearly and more slowly. So please remember, before your next trip to Italy or before your next Italian conversation, start working on your pronunciation. Work on it, practice it, and you will immediately increase your chances of having a great conversation in Italian and in Italy. And questo è tutto per oggi. That's all for today. I will see you in the next video. Ciao da Valentina.